highlights channel of the Ranveer Show. This is TRS Clips. Do you think the Illuminati exists?
I think it does. All these societies, we can name them as we want to, we can term them as we want to, but at the end, I think, uh, uh, how do I say, it's what we started our conversation with, magic. Ultimately is what they're doing. Of course, Satan is not popular in India, so we call it black magic and Jadoo Tona and everything. But because black magic is not so, the term is not so famous in USA, is why we call it devil worshipping and satanic. Because if you start comparing, both have quite some similarities in terms of the rituals that are performed, human sacrifices, animal sacrifices. Same thing happens here too. Uh, Quite the same. But coming back to your question of Illuminati and everything. See, Ranveer, I was quite young when I was exposed to this field of paranormal. From a quite young age, I started experiencing, seeing things, noticing things, studying human beings and everything. I keep on saying this when people used to, when kids used to chase girls, I was chasing ghosts. That's how my life has been, still has like that, very honestly.
You're a bhoot. Sorry. I really tried holding that back. Sorry. Very dirty, very dirty.
So, yeah, that's how it has been like that. And so, when it comes to something like this, I'm quite open to the subject of Illuminati actually controlling this big shots in the what do we call that, the global
Elite.
elites. Very honestly, I'm quite open to that, but I also kind of open to the fact that what if, like I said, what if they have actually worked hard. And I'm talking particularly about, let's say, few of the personalities you named, let's say like Tom Holland or Elon Musk, for example, or anyone for that matter. Now, I don't know because I've never met them. I've yet to ask Pooja or Savio for a psychic reading about them. But but as of I see, I think, Ranveer, we cannot, like I said, we cannot discount the result of a proper hard work. We cannot discount that. We know miracles can happen if you are actually putting your mind and soul into the right thing. Of course, there's a shortcut to it, but every damn thing in the world, made exams or studies or life or relationship or success, if you're taking a shortcut, there will be bad outcomes of it. People have seen that. And let's say the number of personalities that were named here or more are actually doing that. I think it will be soon we'll be seeing their true faces. And if not, I think it's pretty much concluded that they're actually quite hardworking. So that's what I believe in. I think the same story goes for a lot of people here in the industry as well, here in Bollywood, or the businessmen that are kind of here in India, for that matter. A lot of these are also blamed to be have sold their souls to the devil, or they do all kind of ritualistic and all. I do not know. I've never met them, but let's say if they do, I believe in karma. I believe that no matter how much things you're trying to spread, the truth always comes out, and someday people will see the truth. And if not, it goes as it is for the rest 100 200 years, and the legacy continues like that. That means they were quite hardworking and they reached where they deserve to reach. So that's what my beliefs are.
One final question for you on today's episode. Because we've been talking about this topic in some way or the other. I think we spoke about it a little bit last time. Symbols.
Yeah.
Say the Illuminati does exist. They would carry symbols of their faith with them.
See, symbols basically, if we also, symbols are basically things where you can put your faith on. It's something to visualize while you are carrying out their job. It can be for religious things also. Of course, certain symbols are way more powerful because of the way they have been designed, the way they have been inscribed, the way they have been channeled and drawn. But let's say the Illuminati is real and they're actually controlling the global elite. I think they would be the most secure and, hidden in plain sight kind of people who would not expose their plans to the world. Let's say Elon Musk was wearing this devilish thing. If he was there, do you really think he'll let people know the reality? Because right now, today's audience is way more woke as compared to what they were 5 6 years back. Now people know these terms: Illuminati, devil worshipping, selling your soul, or satanic rituals, and all kinds of things that are coming right now. It was quite totally not a topic to discuss many years back, 5-10 years back. So now if there is actually one, I think they'd be doing quite few things behind the camera and behind the scenes and not come out in front of the world.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
how I think in the automobile revolution, there were 3 families. It was Ford, Rockefeller, and I can't remember the third one. Maybe it was Rothschild, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
So there are these families that have generational wealth who
Yeah.
are very away from the public eye.
Mm.
And lots of people assume that it's probably them.
Yeah.
The one layer deep explanation, and this again I heard from someone else, this is totally conspiracy theory zone, is that, you know, we often are very proud of Indian culture
Mm.
and we think it's like extremely old, which it is.
Yeah.
But we're proud of it because it's the one classical culture that survived.
Mm.
There were other cultures which are
Yeah.
as old, which have just not survived.
Mm.
For example, ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
So they believe that there were some Egyptian priests who were also as advanced as our Indian rishis, who had figured a way to reincarnate into the same family.
Okay.
And eventually, power and greed got to their minds. So they're never going to get moksha, even though they evolved, but they will have the most luxurious life.
Oh.
And they said that they kept reincarnating, went to Europe eventually at some point, and became elite in Europe, and then finally moved to USA when the power of the geopolitical world shifted to USA, and now they're sitting there.
Oh.
And even if you actually study geopolitics, there's this whole thing about how
Yeah.
power shifted from Britain to USA, how USA became the leader of the free
The
world.
world power. Yeah.
And every move that the Illuminati makes is for the sake of their own
Agendas.
yeah, forwarding their own money, forwarding
Yeah.
their own bank accounts. That's again, this is full conspiracy theory
Yeah,
zone.
of course. That's
So-
what. So that's what I said. You know, many things I don't want to name right now were called conspiracy theories a couple of years back, but now things are surfacing up. The media is talking about it. The people are talking about it.
Man-made viruses?
I don't know. There are other things also that are being discussed quite openly now. I'm not saying what is being discussed is true, but people are questioning things, and that's what excites me. You have to question everything. Every damn thing should be questioned. It can be something from the medicine, from spirituality, from paranormal, or from science. Till we don't question, our
Yep.
soul will always be that under the dominated side and not the curiosity side that should always be there. You should
Yeah.
always be curious and not like, okay, if you say, oh, that face mask is inverted, maybe that's a devil. No, maybe it's looking like a Joker to me, or it's looking like that tentacle guy in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Johnny, whatever his name was.
Yeah, I know.
Davy Jones. You know? So it's
Davy
completely up to
Jones.
me, but I can question things before I strongly believe what someone is saying, and that's how it should be for everything. A conspiracy can be a truth 10 years later. We cannot be the controller of that, but what we can do is just be maybe open to things that things might change and may not be the way we want them to. That's the harsh truth, actually.
So these are playlists made especially for you. We've tailor-made learning experiences for you on TRS Clips.